Okay, so Bitcoin yesterday got one more push towards drawback underneath the past low, where many individuals got totally destroyed and exchanged. However, in this video we will be discussing a major hesitation happening right now on the Bitcoin graph. Furthermore, on top of the end, I really want to show you what will be our vital lower cost targets, assuming we are truly going to proceed with even lower towards the disadvantage. But first of all, you will see, it truly seems to be that. Recently, Bitcoin got through its past misfortune. We lost our everyday at 16,900 US stars region, and in the event that we really do at this moment, focus on our volume on the 1 hour time span. I figure you can concur with me. It seems as though it was very huge red light towards disadvantage with exceptionally high volume increments. Furthermore, in the event that we are correct now being somewhat more unambiguous, you will see zoom again here. Around 60 million of inlet pressure came into the market, with liquidations of roughly 160,000 just on BB. In any case, on the off chance that we compose a glance at the collected liquidations, various trades, you are really going to see roughly 9 million of long positions, getting totally obliterated on a push towards some site straightforwardly beneath our past low. Well, obviously. Our vital liquidity level now, it wasn't just our liquidity level. Why we are more right than wrong to match up a slight response towards the potential gain. Since what you can likewise do, going with our fiche resubstitution from our swing low here, back to our swing high. It seems as though we are sync a response precisely at our 0.5 fiche resubstitution. Good here. Later, obviously, the main thing, taking the liquidity underneath our past low, and after everybody really gets sold. However, what you're at this moment, really going to see on the 30-moment time span with our CVD marker. Assuming you have been following me on Twitter, you most certainly realize that yesterday I referenced we are shaping a huge bullish CVD uniqueness, which obviously will be bullish piece correspondence. However, it likewise seems to be that yesterday we were not in fact pushing towards the potential gain. We couldn't recover our everyday high term time period level obstruction, and it really seems as though we began shaping a huge negative CBD uniqueness. Bitcoin was shaping some sort of a lower high rate here, yet the CBD pointer was all the while going increasingly high and higher. Individuals were yearning into this particular region. Bitcoin was not exactly moving towards the potential gain, and we basically haven't seen any acknowledgement over our everyday high term time span level over 16,900 USR region. Also, in light of the fact that I would essentially say it truly seems to be simply the region where Bitcoin is exchanging. Right now, we are truly seeing a battle among bulls and bears, and presently we are in a major uncertainty. Assuming we are really going to proceed with lower or perhaps on the off chance that Bitcoin will see an acknowledgement over the day-to-day and later in the video, I will impart to you where possibly we may be searching for a spick and span, long. Perhaps a shorter sound situation on the Bitcoin graph, yet something extremely significant truly happened yesterday. On the securities exchange. How about we go, suppose on the 4-hour time period where you will see not just that 2 or 3 days prior S&P 500 had the option to get through an inclining level of help towards DOT. Nasdaq yesterday likewise got pushed towards drawback, and we additionally lost our past levels, which essentially implies. It seems to be that our bullish market structure right currently was broken towards disadvantage. Indeed, we are exchanging around at our month-to-month high-term time period level of help, yet most certainly we were framing bullish market structure, better upsides and high lows. And yesterday we broke our bullish market structure and as of now market structure on the Nasdaq diagram here. Is-ish. What's the significance here? On the off chance that there will be a push towards the potential gain, possibly we can be expecting a lower high rate here, and a continuation towards some potential gain. Furthermore, as I would like to think, not just on the securities exchange in light of the fact that the securities exchange will drag Bitcoin additionally a whole lot lower. Indeed, we really do have some vital value focuses to focus on. However, what, most importantly, you will see, it actually appears as though Bitcoin is correct now actually exchanging in some sort of an ascending channel that can be recognized on the 4-hour time span. In the event that we are in the impending hours going to go marginally lower, we actually have a slanting degree of help of this enormous rising channel. Also, not just that, we are right now actually exchanging at the region of our pristine week after week turn focuses at around 16,800 US dollars. So there's no, regardless of whether we go right currently somewhat lower or as of now at the area where we are right now, being an extremely decent degree of support is going. Be that as it may, as referenced previously, we are correct now in the cut, and we don't actually have an extremely high likelihood of basically seeing a crazy siphon towards the up potential gain in the impending hours. Yet previously, at the present time, I show you what will be an extremely decent indication of solidarity that I might want to see prior to terminating a shiny new, long, or a tight spot ownership on Bitcoin. Brother, if you, as of now, if it's not too much trouble, crush up the like button right now on the grounds that the objective for this video is not to arrive at 400, yet really 615 lines, and many thanks. In the event that you're similar to really crush the like button, most importantly, I really want to impart to you what will be a vital help level assuming Bitcoin goes over. Indeed, here we will see, we truly do have a corner-to-corner level of help from our gigantic ascending channel. Be that as it may, as I would see it, this particular help level here isn't the most grounded. I would agree that this level here is provided that we will see a response underneath our past low, otherwise known as some sort of a liquidity snatch or swing disappointment design. That basically implies assuming we truly do see right now a push towards some site prompt dismissal towards the potential gain with a wick towards the potential gain then, at that point, this help level here will be a significant region that we ought to focus on. In any case, in the event that we truly do go lower, we really do have a lot greater help level, whereas I would like to think, we possibly could be anticipating a response of some sort or another towards the potential gain, since what we can really do, assuming that we in all actuality do go with our Fibonacci substitution, we will go from our swing low here, back to our swing high. It seems to be that, obviously, after our 0.5 Fibonacci substitution level, we in all actuality do have our brilliant FINA proportion at $16,500. Presently going on the 4-hour time period, we will be estimating obviously the whole base cost segment with golden volume, and it looks like the mark of control, the greatest volume bunch of the whole base cost area will land. Precisely. The brilliant phi proportion. What's more, addressing consideration regarding our cost segment. It looks like when Bitcoin was siphoning towards the potential gain, it was really happening extremely rapidly. What's more, hence, we additionally have unevenness of the fair worth hull at the base here at brilliant proportion, $16,500 on the Bitcoin cost. So I would agree that like that in the event that Bitcoin right currently suspend its direction towards potential gain without sync, an acknowledgement over our everyday high term time level. The first help level that we ought to focus on, assuming there will be no liquidity rapids underneath our past low, extremely decent help region. $16,500 with the greatest volume group, and obviously likewise with our brilliant individuals match proportion. In any case, let me compose now, really go on the S&P 500 outline, since here it actually appears as though we haven't had the option to get through our past low here. Also, why would that be, as I would see it, extremely significant? Indeed, we don't compose now that we are exchanging at some sort of a help line here, yet I might truly want to see that in the forthcoming hours, when the financial exchange will open, that we will see a push towards them. Perhaps some sort of a liquidity chart beneath upper, past low, and afterwards see some sort of a turn, some sort of a response from our help region here. Presently the thing is not too far off, assuming we will see push towards potential gain. Obviously, market structure additionally on the S&P 400 will be broken towards potential gain. So in the event that there is going to be a response towards the potential gain, we could anticipate a lower high, and in the event that we will be ready to see some sort of a push towards the potential gain on Bitcoin outline, we ought to be focusing on a vital degree of obstruction. Yet, before we truly do discuss this degree of obstruction, brother, assuming you might want to exchange Bitcoin Ethereum with us, crazy free rewards can right currently be gotten on trade, since you are getting in excess of $4,000 for liberating reward. Join with this particular. Fill in this particular structure, click on information exchange, and indeed, they really do offer in a real sense right now 0% spot exchanging expense here. So ensure you truly do take advantage of the enormous free reward, yet additionally with 0% exchanging expense duplicate exchanging, and realize you don't require VPN. So click the connection here, join and secure a huge free reward. Presently let me really compose now, share with you what will be a vital degree of opposition in the event that it truly does right now as a matter of fact. A push towards the potential gain. Above all else, indication of solidarity as I would see it, would be on the off chance that we will be ready to recover our day-to-day high term time span level opposition at around 16,900 USD region. For what reason is this level such a significant level? What you can really do, in the event that we, for instance, go with the line outline, you can obviously see where Bitcoin got most responses off of associating our past lows, our past high, and furthermore our past high. That was from yesterday. On the graph, you can plainly Each and every time we were exchanging at this particular region, we got some sort of a response at roughly $16,900, and what we can compose on talking about in the event that this particular level will be ready to see a recover towards the potential gain. Being an indication of strength is most certainly going. Be that as it may, here may kindly compensation incredibly close consideration. In the event that we will be ready to recover our degree of obstruction towards the potential gain and transform it into the degree of help, we ought to be focusing on the greatest volume bunch of the whole upper cost segment. So assuming we truly do right to quantify the whole upper cost area with the volume, you can plainly see that upper place of control on the piece Bitcoin outline will land at around 16,955 US. What's more, indeed, it is quite lining up with our brilliant fiat proportion. So I would agree that like that, assuming that we are correct now ready to see a push toward the potential gain, obviously. I would essentially be searching for some sort of a short or an example position at our brilliant fiat proportion, with the main take benefit region, at the everyday high term time period level of help. And afterward, in the event that we do see a push toward our location, I would possibly moreover flip into a long place of some sort or another. However, the thing is here, we shouldn't see a weighty dismissal at the brilliant finite proportion. The dismissal at the brilliant phi proportion, assuming it will happen, should be powerless. It should be on an incredibly low volume. It is then going to be some sort of a retest of our help level, and really at that time I would be hoping to fiber brand long or limiting situation at our day-to-day high turn time span level, $16,900 on the Bitcoin cost. Presently, there is additionally one more vital degree of obstruction on Bitcoin, assuming we can push towards the potential gain at the impending hours. Yet again now, in the event that we go right now with a day-to-day time span, what you will see, it truly appears as though we affirmed a pristine day-to-day high-term time span level of obstruction at $17,083, and going right now with a 4-hour time period. Going with a FBU retracement from swing high to our swing shine. It seems to be that our brilliant FBU proportion, indeed, it is really going to be marginally higher than our day-to-day. Yet additionally, at this brilliant fiat proportion, we really do have our past high essentially for liquidity reason. So thus, on the off chance that obviously we are flipping bullish after Bitcoin recovers its day-to-day love here. Indeed, our most memorable cost focus on that we ought to focus on will be at the region of the day-to-day, and furthermore, our brilliant fiat proportion at around $17,100 on the grounds that likewise here we truly do have a liquidity level. However, here, mate, you ought to be somewhat more cautious. Why? So recall what we really said right now for the securities exchange. It appears as though we really do have right now negative market structure in all cases with our Nasdaq diagram here. Furthermore, additionally, possibly in the forthcoming hours, likewise S&P 500 could likewise frame some sort of the negative market structure. What's more, thus, we may be anticipating a lower high in the forthcoming hours to be framed on the S&P of some sort, as well as on the Nasdaq outline, and hence, obviously we could anticipate that something comparable should happen likewise on Bitcoin. So here thus, I would likewise be intrigued to possibly fire short belongings at the degrees of protections, as reference to this brilliant unit proportion that we in all actuality do have directly down marginally higher at 17,200, and furthermore at another brilliant unit proportion, which is directly down marginally lower at $16,900 region. Ideally right now I'm even more intrigued going with short or test positions, due to the shortcoming of the securities exchange, particularly assuming we will proceed with our way towards the offset on the piece include with incredibly low volume. Presently on the other hand, on the off chance that we could recover our day-to-day level with an extremely high volume, incredibly, imprudently, obviously this could be some sort of a bullish piece community. I would agree that like that long belongings, indeed, can be proposed to us, however provided that they will be powerless push towards disadvantage towards our everyday high-term DPH level, or on the other hand, assuming Bitcoin right currently and its direction towards drawback, towards a vital next help level, which is really going to be our brilliant fiat proportion. We really do have some extremely pleasant help levels beneath us here. What's more, fundamentally at the present time, as I would see it, we ought to be searching for lower targeted, just in light of the fact that it seems to be the financial exchange right currently doesn't look areas of strength for extremely. Indeed, perhaps there could be a development here of some sort or another, yet by and by, market structure here is ish, which as I would see it could mean Bitcoin is likewise going to proceed with its way towards some side. In the forthcoming hours, perhaps in the impending days. However, by the by, it actually can offer us exceptionally decent, long, or perhaps shorter sell positions at a few vital key levels. Furthermore, in the event that you haven't currently at the present time, kindly crush up the line button. Ensure you really exploit the crazy free reward in excess of 4,000 US dollars, 0% exchanging expense.